Okay, so hello, I am Kingzart. I have what, 3 channels with this one now. Kingzart MK1. Most of my videos are there. That's the first channel. Good stuff there in my opinion. I'm an artist. Thus the name Kingzart. Kingzart MK2 is mainly gonna be just little pastime drawing, mostly shorts. But this is Kingzart-reacts, and I will be reacting to a video done by PewDiePie. This was quite a while ago. It's titled "I Drew Every Day for 365 Days. It was painful." Hopefully no carpal tunneling, but without further ado, let's get in it.
Here, what's the progress? Was it worth it? So this all started as a random idea. I wanted to make a progression video and I picked art because I thought it was easy to track. Like, I'll draw for 30 days, I can show the first day and then I can compare it to the last day. That'll be interesting to see. Did I make progress? People were so encouraging on the video and I really enjoyed picking up drawing. So I kept going and I did a 100-day one and people enjoyed it even more. There was no way I was gonna stop. I had to do at least a year. And here we are. Being here, I have so many emotions. I am happy. All right, let's dig into it. Let's watch. Sorry, my nails. This is where it all started. 365 days ago. Day 1. That a self-portrait? What's up, Björn? Yes. Yes. Man, this is nice to watch. Like, okay, some are not terrible. This gives me confidence. Here's when I started to look up tutorials and stuff online. You think it'd be better, but they all kind of look like they have some sort of allergy. Like they ate a lobster and they have a seafood allergy. The chin is very big. I probably would have made it something more like, I wonder if I can fix this. I feel bad for future past self. Damn, I drew so hard I can't erase. Damn. Such a simple change and it's already so much better. I realize, and maybe other people have said this too, but drawing is more about training your brain to see rather than actually technical with your hand. I think that's a misconception I had. But after 30...
Just wanted to say, drawing is also a lot of muscle memory in the hands. So after a while, like the muscles in your hands will get used to holding the pencil or pen, whatever you want to use as a tool to draw. And yeah, it's a lot on the mind too. So you gotta have a lot of force of will, like willpower, to want it to come out the way you see it, or your favorite artist if you're, doing some fan art. But yeah, it's not wrong. There's a lot on the mind. Back to it.
30 days, this was the progress of my first video. I was so happy with it, and I think I should be, because the progress is definitely there. So this is my progress after 82 days, 84. And I really think here's where I peaked in terms of if you wanted to just improve as much as possible in the shortest time. I think just adding colors on papers is so satisfying to look at that it kind of forgives a lot of the anatomy errors, the poor line work, the sketches still being there. Like, it's just nice to look at regardless. But yeah, this is the last thing I drew for my 100-day video, and yeah, it's cute. I did it. I drew something. So, let's check the progress from there on. That's wrong. First of all, don't do what I did. I just kept drawing the same things. Anime girl. Too much anime. Just bad. Just bad. I was trying to be technical and like give myself notes so I can improve.
I mean, yeah. You don't want to just do one thing. You do want to diversify yourself, but still, like, I did a lot of DBZ. Like, I did a lot of Goku growing up. Like, I started when I was 5, so, and Goku was always, yeah, I did a lot of Goku. A lot of DBZ in general, but mostly Goku. Then I don't know, it was a point in high school. Well, it started in middle school, then to high school. There was a point where I was trying to change it, but it was so difficult. You'll still see Dragon Ball Z in my style today, because I'm so used to drawing it like that. The anatomy, the face, the eyes it's very difficult to move away from what you grew up with doing. But I mean, I guess I'm doing okay now. So still working on it. Still a bit difficult. But by the way, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check Kingzart MK1. You'll see what I mean. Even at the beginning, it was a lot of DBZ. Then try to mellow out into straight anime. And then after a while, my wife yelling at me, we started doing Marvel and DC because she wanted to see something else. So, and it was a good challenge. Yeah.
I wanted to be more consistent. I think that's why I kept doing this. But if I had to redo it, absolutely not. This is where I should have moved on to something else. I should have just drawn anything else. And eventually I did. I really wanted to draw more color, but it takes so much time to do that, and I really felt like I needed mileage more than anything. So just adding a little bit of color, sure, we'll ink it, but that's the most effort I'm gonna get into. Yeah, just sketching random stuff I find online. Finally, I move on and I draw boys. This is the boys arc. I drew so much guys from anime because I thought I drew so many mangas. You probably recognize these. I think this is Jujutsu Kaisen. I think, this is a good time for me to address a couple things from my last video. And one of them is just a huge thanks to other YouTubers that reacted to my video. I think that was so cool to see and actually get encouraged by professionals. I really appreciated that. Another thing was that people said I had an art background. That was like a rumor that went around, and I guess I take that as a compliment, but no, I do not. I have not studied art. That was the whole point of this video. I was not being disingenuous. I have not drawn since I was a kid, but I love doing Photoshop. Before YouTube, I loved Photoshopping images and creating art.
So that's another thing that, as an artist, you have to understand. No, you don't really have to have an artist background to start. Like I said, a lot of sheer force of will and that relentless need or want to get it done the way you want it to be on the page. So if you do it every day, like he did it for a whole year, 365, yeah, you're definitely going to see a lot of progress. His is quite impressive, I'm not going to say no, but you're going to see a lot of progress even if you're like brand new, you just started today. You'll see a lot of progress, I would say like in 3 months. Because after a while of just, you will not stop until it looks like what you want it to look like. Yeah, you will see changes and you will see progress. Get started.
It works that way. So maybe in a sense that helped. But I think the biggest sort of thing that helped is that I'm actually older. Like I'm 35 now, and I think if I did this thing when I was younger, I would not have seen the same improvement. But I also think, the improvement I had, anyone can achieve. Like I wanted my video to be inspiring for other people to do the same thing. Like that's my goal. Like people say anyone can draw, and I truly believe that. Oh, and by the way, I wrote a blog post. Yes, I write blog posts now. It's just more details about my favorite type of notebooks, my favorite kind of pens. If I were to do this challenge again, what would I do differently? How to remain consistent? All these sort of stuff. If you wanted to do this challenge yourself, I recommend checking that out. I just didn't want to get too much detail in this video. But an insecurity of mine was brewing, which was I couldn't, like if I wanted to draw anime style, sorry, it's hard to see here. You start with a circle, you draw a middle line, you draw where the eyes are going to be, you kind of figure out how the chin is going to be, the nose, the mouth, the ear. and then you swirl in some hair really quick. This method is so helpful because when you draw, it's all about balance. Like if I drew directly, same thing, and anything is like out of proportion, the whole thing just kind of looks weird. So to draw directly was so difficult. So I bought this pen. This pen is amazing. It's a brush pen, and if you squeeze it, ink comes out, and you can draw really slim lines or really thick lines really quickly. And I told myself I was gonna force myself to use this pen, even though it looks like shit. I was gonna really, like, I'm gonna use this pen. I need to learn how to draw without the whole circle thing again. At least that's what I wanted to do. And it took some time. It felt like taking 100 steps back, but that's how you have to improve, you know? You have to get out of your comfort zone. But I think eventually I started to sort of get the hang of it, and you can get kind of really quickly satisfying result with the high contrast. I really enjoyed, so I did some manga panels, and yeah, it feels like I'm looking at a manga. It's really cool. Getting more comfortable. It's still so hard with proportions, man. Like, anything is slightly off, it's gonna suck. So yeah, this felt like a little side quest, but I'm glad I took it. And yeah, it was really fun. But what I should have been doing is draw other things as well. I did find it amazing, like how I could all of a sudden, even though I never practiced drawing a cloud, I could draw a cloud better than I ever could. So that's cool. Okay, I'm done. But I think something finally sparked in me where before I was like, okay, I just want to draw for the sake of drawing. I don't have any interest in anything. I started drawing manga panels. I started drawing perspective, and I wanted to understand these things. Drawing landscapes. This is Nihei. I love his work so much. So finally, after, I don't know, 300 days of drawing, I picked up an art book. I should have done this ages ago. So I picked up a couple art books, some more technical than others, but I really enjoyed this one, Taco, because I enjoyed the style of it. Obviously, everyone has different preferences. I think if you were to be a professional artist, you probably want to pick like a human anatomy book and really study it. But for me, it's just supposed to be fun. And I think if I'm having fun, I will remain consistent. So at least that's what I was trying to focus on. I picked up books about perspective because I want to learn and I want to understand this. And I think finally that clicked in me. It went from me just wanting to sketch whatever to, no, I actually want to understand these things so I can draw them better. And I wish I did that sooner. Again, this felt like taking so many steps back because I had no clue how to draw a body. Zero. I had not practiced it at all. I had sketched so much, and I still, it feels embarrassing to admit this, but like everyone was so amazed by my 101 that I felt like, okay, well, my year one has to be really good, right? Like, but progress isn't a straight line. Like, I think I was being too hard on myself where I was getting close to a year and I'm like, I don't have anything to show for it. I drew a full body one, and I'm like comparing it to my 80-day one, and I'm like, the 80-day one, it's still better. Even though it's just like full body, it's still better. So yeah, if you want to improve, you have to kind of go through the pain of sucking again, I guess. Because it really felt like, oh, cool, like I drew for this much and I don't have anything to show for it. I think I wanted to learn to draw and actually understand anatomy. Before, it didn't matter to me. It was just a hobby, but now I'm like, I want to actually know, like, how do you draw legs? How do you draw different expressions? How do you draw, what is this? You've all been waiting for the return of, what is it? Yuzu Slash is back! G Fuel Energy Formula, PewDiePie Yuzu flavor, Japanese lemon, delicious is back, along with Fear Fest, where you can get Ghost Fest, Stab Stimulant, Caramel Apple, and Halloween Edition Watermelon Limad. You can pre-order the Yuzu Slash PewDiePie Collector's Box now. Get it now. Now's your chance. But you can get the energy tub right away, but it's a limited time only. A lot of people have requested for the return of the Yuzu Slash. It's delicious. I love drinking it in G Fuel. It's a great way to support the channel. I really appreciate it. If you guys can check it out, link is in the description. I was genuinely panicking. Like, it's been so frustrated this entire month. Not only because I wanted to show for the video, but I felt genuinely in me like I can do more. I know I can do more. I know I can do better. And I really wanted that to show. So I really did push myself a lot towards the end here. And that's when I bought an iPad. Coming in clutch last minute. Super satisfying to draw with a pen on an iPad, but obviously it was way different. So again, it was like a last minute learning curve of me not understanding the program and yada yada yada. So let's go through the last thing I drew, which was on the iPad. So I started off just sketching, and I was still too scared to draw bodies. I drew this, which I thought was going to be amazing, and I ended up really hating it. I think the colors are fun, but I didn't know how to draw hair. I at least tried to draw like a full body, but I was so scared of getting it wrong that I think I just made it look weird. So I practiced drawing hair, but it's just like nothing interesting about it. This is just to try it out. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna really wow you guys. I started the line work. I tried my best to draw the actual hands. This is gonna be so good. And this is the end result. And I genuinely hate looking at it. I've looked at it so much, it just pisses me off. Even now, I don't want to. In my head, it was going to be so much more, you know? And then you look at it and you're like, oh, cool. That was it, huh? I desperately tried to draw something else because I don't know, like I felt like I could do more, but I kept drawing and I couldn't. Like it just came out looking weird and unsatisfying. This was supposed to be like the most simplest thing ever, like black high contrast with some color. Still, I didn't like it. And I was getting so close to the deadline. I think I have like 20 days left until this video. I drew a full body with perspective, and I thought it came out pretty good. I was okay with this one, but I still felt like I could do more. So I sketched for a couple days, and I told myself I'm gonna give one last effort. I have to really like it to actually sketch it. And this is the last thing I drew. I finished it yesterday, and I think I'm finally happy with it. I finally drew clothes that isn't just black, and I actually put some more time into the hair and like making the lines look nice and small little details and having the high contrast light. Maybe it's wrong, but it's there at least, and I think it makes it more interesting, you know, with some shadows and different pose, you know, all of it. I think I'm finally happy with it. I think for a year progress, yeah. Am I allowed to be happy? Took a lot of pain to get there, you know, like let's compare. Day 1, day 365. I don't know, maybe maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like I finally beat my 80-day whatever. This is still better. I don't know.
For the ones who get it done, the most
Okay, so he did make a lot of progress. He definitely did. If he continues, he's gonna get way, way better. And then he picked up because I'm usually more of a traditional pen, paper, pencil, paper, right? But I never really did like the tablet or a computer, Adobe, none of that, no. But yeah, no, he definitely made great progress. So shout out to PewDiePie, and that is not bad, man, not bad. I would tell him to pick up on Marvel and DC. Jim Lee, one of the top, one of the best. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just continue, pick up on something a little bit more intense when you get up there. He'll know when, just like everybody else will. He'll know when you're like, okay, this is really, really easy. Let me go into something a little more realistic, which is Marvel or DC, which is what I'm doing. But yeah, not bad. Now, if you like my reaction and you want to see more of these videos, by the way, this is not the only genre, this is not the only topic I'll be doing videos about. It's definitely going to be very diverse, very broad. So if you have any requests, anything that you think I should react to, drawing, anime, Marvel, DC, fight scenes, you name it, I'll watch it. Just remember, I'm still one guy, so if there's like 1,000, I'm gonna have to do a roulette, just see which one. But yeah, look forward to making more videos like this. So if you can, appreciate, hit that like, subscribe, share with your friends, family, so I can continue to get more ideas when it comes to doing the reaction videos. Till next time.